Hello and welcome to Hatfield House. I'm so excited to be here today because this is the actual old palace of Hatfield where Queen Elizabeth I, as in Queen Elizabeth of the Golden Age, grew up. Unlike her sister Mary, who had a very unhappy childhood here because she was separated from her mother and sent here to essentially live in exile from the court, Princess Elizabeth actually had quite a nice upbringing here. And this is where she actually found out when she became queen. The actual moment that she became queen, she was told here. So let's explore further. Just a few things about the old palace. What is behind me is over 400 years old, but only a quarter of it remains from the original building. So this was one wing. There would have been 4 of these instead of just the one that stands today. And the reason why it was taken down is because, 400 years ago when things sort of went down, they just took them apart and it was sort of medieval Tudor recycling. So it's a bit of a shame, but they didn't have the same perspective that we do today. You can get married inside here, the old palace, which is pretty cool. Ladies, take note. Here we are in front of the new Hatfield House, and by new I mean it's over 400 years old. So this is the Jacobean mansion that was built by the Cecil family, which was a very important family for Elizabeth I. It's built adjacent to the old palace, so I'm gonna have a look inside and see all of the lovely treasures this family have accumulated over the years. So I have just finished my tour of the inside of Hatfield House. I wish I could have taken you with me, but unfortunately video is not allowed. But what I wanted to share with you, what really impresses me about Hatfield House is that being 400 years old, a lot of castles 400 years old have been ransacked, burned to the ground, gone into periods of decline, and Hatfield House has been intact and being made better and better and better and better all through the centuries. And you can really tell a difference at how well preserved it is, all of the collections in the house. So now I'm on a mission to go and find the tree where Princess Elizabeth became Queen Elizabeth. We're almost there. This is it, folks. This is the tree where Elizabeth I became Elizabeth I. It is so quiet and peaceful here in front of Elizabeth's tree. You almost can't quite believe this is where history went down. When she found out that she became queen, Elizabeth famously said, "It is God's doing, and it is marvelous in his eyes." Words to that effect, which were similar words to what her grandfather, Henry VII, said when he became king on the battlefield at Bosworth. So sometimes you go and visit castles and it's all very pretty and opulent, but then when you come into contact with history, where things actually went down, it's almost more powerful, this tree, than the grandest of castles. One last thing I should mention now that I'm standing under this amazing tree is that this is not actually the original tree. This tree was planted by Queen Elizabeth II in the 80s on the site of the original tree, because this tree is way too young to be 400 years old. So I'm just finishing up my tour of Hatfield House in the little Tudor village that's by the entranceway, where there's some shopping. So what trip would be complete without spending money? I had a wonderful time. I can't wait to come back. There's so much to see here. It's amazing.